Yo, what's up guys, welcome to the channel, and today I'm back again for another last question mark race on F1 2020 this time. Finally back on F1 2020 after doing it on a set quarter for the past few races. So yeah, I'm actually going to be doing this one as Carlos Sainz in the McLaren, obviously around Bahrain International Circuit GP layout, since that's where they're racing in real life. I've picked Carlos Sainz as this one because basically he is basically starting at the back of the grid. Not last, but at the back of the grid, so I thought why not go for it as Carlos Sainz in the McLaren. So yeah, let's just jump straight into this and see how it goes then. Right, so here we go then, P20 on the grid. Let's try and have a good start here then, and it is lights out, and away we go here for the last question on race. As Carlos Sainz at Bahrain, we get a really nice start there, actually jump both the Williams, going around the outside of the Haas as well, as we're going to try and break really late into turn 1, going down the middle of the Alfa Romeo and the Haas there, but the Haas just managed to jump ahead of us, but we will try and dive back down the inside, but just fell, as, well, Raikkonen tries going down the inside of us there, but just fails. Nicholas TV actually got 2 sec there, which is kind of weird, but yeah, we're going to try and attack Grosjean as much as possible really, and see if we can get him. As we try and go around the outside, which doesn't quite work, so we just got to try and keep it sensible. We've made a couple of positions already, so it'd be nice to try and make more. Obviously, we want to try and get up as high as possible, so we absolutely send it into the hairpin on Grosjean and make a move stick very nicely. Next, we've got Kvyat. This is where it's going to get quite difficult, as we are in P14 right now, because obviously we're coming up to the cars that are about similar pace to the McLaren, so we do have to watch out for that a little bit, but we will try and catch him as quick as possible, get past as quick as possible. Obviously, in my last question mark races, we only have 5 laps to do it, so we really need to try and make time up quickly. The AI is quite a high level, once again. I think F1 2020 is the best game to do it on, as, you know, it really represents the simulation better as AI, as we absolutely send it on Kvyat there. He tries to keep it around the outside, but we manage to keep it very nicely, as our Renault powered engine does a very good job at keeping the heads up on the Honda powered engine car. So next is our teammate Norris, so this is going to be quite difficult, obviously, because we've got, well, the same car, so we may struggle a little bit here, but we are going to use more of ARS as we come onto lap 2 now. I was thinking about sending it here, but I thought I'd better not, because I will just destroy my race and probably Norris's race as well, so that would not be ideal for the team whatsoever. But Daniel Kvyat's looking to try and come back at me here. He does slipstream and go for the outside. I'd lunge it to the inside to try and defend off him very nicely, which I do it very decently. Keep the inside nicely, run out wide to block him off. But he does try and go for a move on the S-bend here, which luckily he backs out of. It would have been a half-hearted move if he attempted that, because it would have just caused both of us to crash, which wouldn't have been ideal whatsoever. But yeah, still in P13 right now. We just need to try and get around Norris as quick as possible for P12. My aim is to try and get points, really, with these last question mark races. I do try and get in the points if I can. With like high-end teams, I think would be top 5, but I think midfield teams like McLaren, top 10 would be incredible from last on the grid. We are really trying to all over the back of Norris here to try and make a move. We're taking the lines very nicely for someone that usually uses cockpit cam, but I'm actually using TV pod today, so I'm actually very happy with the pace I'm doing at the moment, as we just close the gap again to Norris very nicely. Norris struggling a little bit, as loads of people set the fast lap there. We're on a personal best. We're not going to set a fast lap, definitely, because we got blocked up a bit, but DRS is now enabled, so this is where it gets very interesting, because now we could try and glide past, but obviously Norris is pretty close to Leclerc there in the Ferrari, so it's going to be quite difficult. So we've got, well, Carlos Sainz teammate up ahead, and then his future teammate just ahead of him, so yeah, it's a bit of a crazy race at the moment. Let's see if we can try and come out on top of, well, both of Carlos's teammates to be, let's just say that. So yeah, coming through the S-bend on lap 3 now. Let's see if we can try and maybe get a nice lap in, try and keep with him, maybe make a move somewhere. But like I said, I'm still stuck behind Norris. It's very difficult to try and get past cars with the similar pace. Obviously, the AI is at peak level for me, as I found here, what I'm finding here with Norris holding me up very nicely. But we do get DRS here, and we are going to try and use our ERS as well, trying to slipstream, but we're not going to be close enough here. But I'm going to try and set myself up nicely for, well, hopefully the start finish straight. That would be the place to overtake him if I get close enough after turn 1 You've got to avoid that inside curve there, or else you'll get flinged straight out into the barrier and crash. I've had that many times, so it's not an ideal situation whatsoever. But here we go, now we're slipstreaming. Norris with ERS, we're going to go to the outside, try around the outside of our teammate, brake very late, go right around the outside of the final corner. Very nice move from us there, up to P12 now then. So next is our, well, future teammate, Charles Leclerc, to try and get him. Norris is actually all over the back of me. I'm surprised he didn't actually catch it too quickly, because I thought he would have had DRS, which he did, but we broke super late there. Actually tapped our future teammate there, so we need to watch out for that. Or else we're just going to destroy, well, me and Leclerc's race, which wouldn't be ideal. Here we go, Norris going to come back, try and make a move on me now, down the inside. I do try and outbrake him for the outside, and I do kind of block him off a bit there. I tried to take it as tight as possible, but leave him a bit of space. And again, if, you know, he went for that, it would have been a half-hide move, and it probably would have cost us both a good position in the race, probably both out. But yeah, up to P12 then, nicely. We have gapped Norris a little bit now. As you can see, the arrow has gone down a bit, so that's pretty nice. We need to try and, obviously, like I said, I want to try and get in top 10, so it'd be nice if I can get 2 more positions. We'll flip the DRS open once again. I flipped the ERS on as well, but we don't have much ERS, so we need to watch out for that. But obviously it's only 5 laps, so it's not too bad. We can try and manage it still, and try and make the moves at the same time. So here, I actually almost hit the, well, I did hit the apex, almost spinning out, so that wouldn't have been ideal. Luckily, I just avoided that massive issue though. It took me a few attempts to actually get this clip, because honestly, I kept having problems with AI and spinning on that corner mainly. So yeah, this was my best attempt that I did. But yeah, on another personal best lap time, as we will get DRS on once again, we will flip the DRS on. This way is where we could have a chance, because the Ferrari powered engine, as we know, is a bit of a disadvantage compared to Renault and Mercedes. But we are going to lunge it down the inside of our future teammate and hit the curb there and actually lose the back end massively. Luckily, it didn't affect us too much. Well, Leclerc got back past us, but I am going to immediately get back past him again for P11 in the race, as I get very nice speed down the straight with DRS. So yeah, back up to P11 then. Let's see if we can try and somehow get P10 still. We obviously are a bit behind Gasly now, obviously after that issue of losing the back end on the, well, on the first corner, so we do have to try and push as much as possible. I've flipped up to Rich now to try and go and get him as quick as possible, maybe try and make a last minute move, but it's looking out of the, well, out of play right now, as we are quite far behind and Leclerc is still pretty close. Not too bad. As you can see, we are actually doing very well on the straights. Our setup seemed to be pretty nice, and well, with the Renault powered engine as well. Ferrari powered engine obviously struggles on the straights a lot this season, so not ideal for them. But yeah, we are actually catching Gasly, but I don't think we'll have enough time here to actually get in, unless we somehow get in a miracle final corner and he gets an absolute shock of a final corner. I don't think we're going to have this. Coming to the final corner then, another fast lap set by Lewis Hamilton. I guess we just have to try and push, and we will take P11 in this race. Not points, but I'm pretty happy with P11.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
So yeah, there we go then. P11 it is. Sadly, just outside the points. Shame it couldn't be just in the points, but about a second out of the points, which is a massive shame. But we beat our teammate and our teammate to be next season, so I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to like and subscribe. But thanks for watching, and goodbye.